We're gonna be going over the Stix latest stream where he goes over my video. He reacted to my video. He did like an hour something reaction. That's completely fine. I don't care if you react or not, right? Like, that's fine. But I wanna go over a lot of the stuff he said on his video to double down and say once again that the Stix is lying about his Nikke content, how it impacts the game when you make this purely negative content. We'll put another example, and how he did not spend 1600. And again, I will double down on absolutely everything. I will, however, take an L for a couple things, and that's completely fine because we are all grown adults, and when we take an L, we take an L. Here are my notes, so I want to go over all of this. I want to have notes so I don't miss stuff, right? So first of all, the reason behind the video. I will never make a video just to talk shit, for the sole reason of talking shit. My purpose of making the video was pointing out the inconsistencies on his Nikke content, how he's lying to the community, and how it could affect, right? Good. This caused a big issue, which is this one here, the gatekeeping. Before we go into the gatekeeping, okay? Why everyone that reacts to the video doesn't say anything about the thumbnail? Look at this fucking masterpiece. Look at this masterpiece. And no one says anything about it. I even put you on a fucking good fighter. I put you on Sig Streetland versus Katmat Sefhi. And no one says anything. Just saying, okay? Just saying. But that's it about the thumbnail, gatekeeping. This was an issue that I did not properly explain. A lot of people say that I'm gatekeeping Stix because he's a casual player, and because he doesn't, because he's like a low-level account. I would never gatekeep you for being a low-level player. I will never be like, oh, you're a free-to-play, you don't spend enough money. That was not the point of the video. The point of the video was to give more proof into all of the things that I was saying, right? Not calling you like a casual player. I don't care about it. I will never say anything about that. That's it. Let's move into more proof, right? So you said your tier list is your experience, but the title and the description says otherwise. If you call something the ultimate tier list, the ultimate Nikke tier list for PvP, which you don't do, again, Rookie Arena, no one cares. For a story which you haven't finished, and for bosses which you haven't fought, it's a bad tier list, and you had to take that from somewhere else. And you said you did your research, and we'll go into your research in a little second. No one cares if you're a casual. We all can agree on this. No one would gatekeep you because of this. Absolutely nobody. And if someone gatekeeps you for being a casual, just block them, ignore them, all right? And that was not my intention. I hope that was not what everything took from my video, right? Or the only thing they took. So you also said that your tier list is based on your experience and research online. So we're going to be watching a short video on how Stix does its research.
After hours of streaming or hours of writing, researching, recording, and editing videos. When I'm taking a shit, I open Reddit. I'm like, I wonder what dumbass shit people have said or done today. So I see it, I'm like, oh god, that's hilarious. Now I can do the same thing. I can go onto the toilet, take a dump, and be like, okay, that happened. I'm gonna send myself an email with the link so I remember to do a video on it later. And now I just do a video on it with the same thoughts I'd have while taking a shit. But this time it gets me tens of thousands of views.
If your defense to this is this was taken out of context, I don't know what to say, honestly. Let's watch the whole video, right?
The underwater zone is fine. See, there are a lot of people that say the underwater map is horrible, but I haven't played it. So
how? This is your problem. You give opinions on things you don't even fucking play. And there is a difference between making a day one review on a video game, or just, playing a little bit on that game and making a day one review, and making 30 different videos on a game when you don't play the game, right?
I don't know. When I literally Google Tower Fantasy Zone looks bad.
Mr. Stix, when you Google Tower of Fantasy Underwater Zone looks bad, what do you expect to encounter,
Duh.
especially on Reddit? Huh?
So, I hate the combat underwater. So slow. Underwater combat is slow and clunky. Controls are annoying. The lag is unbearable. I'm overwhelmed.
Look how this is a positive comment, by the way. But I consider that a good thing. The cons for me is underwater exploration has my eyes hurting from seeing the blue so much and having to climb crazy heights for a few exploration points. So yeah, good but tedious. Do you think he reads everything? Fucking pause. The video is so good.
Are you going to finish reading one of the few positive comments? No? Okay.
Let's see. Moving underwater is annoying.
This is a Stix research,
The
by the
lag
way.
and controls ruin the mood.
Once again, good comment. But we will skip this one, right? Best update so far, and he
I'm
skips.
getting tired of exploration and underwater level isn't helping.
Okay, here's the thing. The first video I made, I didn't want to be too aggressive. I didn't want to be an asshole. Because Stix mentions on his reaction, again, you can go watch his both, that going after another content creator is bad. And I kind of agree. Until you're a fucking retard that's constantly lying and spreading misinformation. So let's keep going, right?
It was difficult for me.
At first, it was difficult. All right?
Can you
And he
stop
keeps going.
cherry-picking
And he keeps
parts
scoring.
of the
He
comments?
doesn't read the whole comment that said, at first it was difficult, but after going into it, it was good. No, he reads, at first it was difficult, and skips. That's his research. This is Stix content. If he was only doing his gacha recaps, what's going on in the gacha world, and covering new releases, that's good content. When this is what you do, constantly spreading fucking misinformation, do you expect everyone to remain silent? Do you expect everyone to just be like, oh yeah, it takes good content, you know?
And read the whole comment at least.
People did not like the underwater area. Like,
My brother in Christ, he looked up a negative thread and skipped the few positive comments he started to read. What do you mean?
Alright, so that's the first video we're gonna be watching, right? But there's multiples, don't worry. There's more. So that is how Stix does research. This is not me gatekeeping him from being a casual. This is me saying your tier list is bad. Your tier list clearly comes from somewhere else because you don't do PvP, you don't do story, and you don't do bosses. So where is that research coming from? Give me the references, because it's the least you could do when you take content from a website like Pridewin, NikkeiGG, any website. When you take content from a website and you make a video, but you don't credit, you're nothing but an asshole. And let's go here, okay? Check this out. You guys know Psyche. He's fucking good. His edits are fucking great. His videos are easy to recognize, right? Have you seen any of his videos?
Edgy
Oh, even more. He credits everything he takes. Because even if he does his research, his own research, he credits stuff. And that's what you should fucking do, right? Pretty simple stuff. Sefhi, you're cursing too much. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. Now let's go into the best part, because this pissed me off. You have one more account. Your video for the near pools was an account that Level Infinite gave you for pools. And we will go into later more proof into this, all right? You have that account, and then you created a new account. So you have one more account. If this is your new account, the one you're currently playing in, it's good progress for an account with 2 months. It's actually good progress for an account for 2 months. You know the reality, it's not 2 months old, right? I will take my L here if that's the case. However, you have the avatar frames from the popularity poll, these ones, on your account. Guys, when can you get these avatar frames? You don't remember? Don't worry. We go into the first comment, claim period. August and September of last year. So is your account 2 months old? how is your account 2 months old, Stix? Not only that, but you also have the near avatar frames, Stix, on this account. On the new account, he has these avatar frames and he has the near avatar frames. So how is this account 2 months old? Now, you could say, okay, I created the account, right? I created the account earlier and I never played, even though you claim the things. Okay? Could be, but once again, when a small lies keeps piling up, everything points out towards you being a liar, nothing else. Just because it's a smaller lie doesn't mean it's not one, all right? So once again, I will double down on your account not being 2 months old and that being cap. Good? Good. Now, you actually do PvP. In your reaction, you say that you do PvP and you showcase your arena. You are rank 1 on Rookie Arena and you are Diamond on Special Arena. That's not doing PvP, but to be fair, because I'm not here only to hate, okay? As much as it looks like it, I'm sorry. If you're a casual, I might understand you not getting that, no one cares about Rookie Arena. If you're a casual, I can understand it. It's completely fine. So, to that point, I don't want to go too hard on that. But let's be honest, all right? Let's be honest. No, if you are Diamond on PvP, you don't care about PvP or you don't try hard enough to be on Challenger, right? He's Diamond something. He says that he doesn't do a Special Arena because it's a pain and it's annoying, and I think we all can agree on that. Okay? I think we all can agree on a Special Arena taking too long because it's 3 battles that you have to load, and if you find multiple stall teams that just go into full defense with the usual units that are annoying as fuck, it's a pain in the ass to do. So I can agree on that, but you don't do PvP. So my point remains the same. You don't do PvP, your account is not 2 months old. Let's keep going, right? Now, you talk about my DM. And you said that because I DM'd you, I was weird. I was weird because I only DM'd you to actually be on your stream. You literally didn't read the whole message. And we go back into the same things. You saw earlier how he doesn't read the full messages, right? On Reddit. He only reads the important part that he wants. Okay. I literally, he says on his reaction video, Sefhi, you send me a message that come off super slimy because it looks like you only want to be on my stream for clout. Hey, Stix, I saw your naked tier list, and there's some things that I don't really agree, and I think they could be better, honestly. Some of the ratings are just bad. I could see this coming off as rude. We'll get into this in a second. I run a website similar to Pride1 with tier list guide. If you want to go over a text or a call on some of the changes, or even live on stream. I don't say, let's go live. And fix your tier list. I say, if you want to go over a call or text just to fix some of those things, let me know. Or even if you want to go on a live, it's fine. Because it's more content for you, right? Because I'm a content creator, I understand that it's good content. But I don't say, hey, Stix, let's go into a live. Hey, brother, hey, your tier list is shit, let's go into a live to fix it. No, that's not what I say. Read everything. Don't be a pussy. Read everything, right? Let's keep going. Because to this point, he says that I come off as rude. I come off as rude and only someone who wants clout. Every time I do a change on my website, I send a message to Pirri, to Ali, to Cosmew. People in the community respect it, to Jay. And a lot of the times, Ali will be like, this is shit. Do I take this? And I cry. Because Ali said that something I did is shit. Do I cry because Balkin, the NikkeiGG guy, says something that I did is shit? No. I take it and I improve it. Nothing else. Stop. You're a grown-ass man. Stop crying. You're a grown-ass man. If someone gives you feedback, even if it's, maybe not in the most polite manner, take the feedback, see if it's true, and change it. If it's not true, you ignore it. Right? I think this is pretty simple. Let's keep going, okay? So they give me feedback, which is good. It's good. He also says that I didn't introduce myself properly because I didn't say that I'm a content creator. I told you I run a website. What's the difference? Hey, Stix, I run a website. Hey, Stix, I'm a content creator. What's the difference? But it's fine. It's fine. Now, I didn't get his Batman irony. 100% true. My skills for English memes are not the best, but that's not an excuse. We will take the L. We will take the L. Right? Now, negativity on stick context and how it can affect a game. This was one of my points for the video. There's a difference between clickbait and actually making shit content without playing the game enough. All right? This is the Stix making videos for Tower of Fantasy. One here. Tower of Fantasy messes up hilariously bad. Tower of Fantasy, should you actually play? Tower of Fantasy, hilariously bad. AI messes up. Has Tower of Fantasy gone too far? The death of Tower of Fantasy. Latest Tower of Fantasy that lies. Numbers don't lie. Is it a dying game? The real reason why Tower of Fantasy is failing. Tower of Fantasy just killed their game. I can't believe I have to do this because people were cooking him, right? Tower of Fantasy last chance. The Tower of Fantasy drama gets worse. What? Hold on. Is Tower of Fantasy actually good? Were we wrong? The future. This is MMO Vice, which is also his channel. The future of Tower of Fantasy going into 2024. We could keep scrolling down. You see the difference between trying to help a game, trying to play a game and be involved in the community, and just talking shit without playing the game. I think there's a clear difference. Clear. Again, sorry for my pronunciation. So, let's show another example of negativity and how it can impact the games.
When you're online, you know that the vocal majority is the group of people that are seen. The ones you see aren't the ones that are out helping people.
Actual good content creators playing the game. Cherimu, you might guys know her. Gateo, the biggest content creator for Tower of Fantasy, I believe. And more people
that are trying to better their communities. No, you see the fucking psychotic.
I wonder who the psychotic is. I wonder who's the one making a lot of videos talking about the death of a game without playing the game.
But unfortunately, when that's all you see, that's the illusion people get. It's not me. Like yeah.
It's not me. It's not me. Right? It couldn't be me for sure.
That people are like, no, he hates the game. I don't. I have done nothing but try and shine light.
I've done nothing but try to shine light
onto things that not Hoyo, fuck. How to do wrong. Tower Fantasy is in a very critical state right now and is in a severe decline. Tower Fantasy's community of active players has continued to decline. All of this contributed towards the game's ultimate decline.
And this is, again, I want to pause 1 second. This is what I made my video, because we all saw what happened with Tower of Fantasy. And mostly, the negative content was coming from one side only. And Nike, he's starting to make the same videos. And I don't want to be the videos people see on Nike. Also, Ali, yes, Cherimu is an actual good content creator for Tower of Fantasy, just like Gateo and the other ones, right? So,
this game is already almost on life support. It has been continually declining every month. And I know what you're thinking. Stix, isn't the game already destroyed? Isn't the game already dead? Isn't the term screw up kind of already synonymous with the Tower of Fantasy intellectual property? And yeah, how just toxic people are towards other members of the community.
It's not me. Like yeah.
Oh, this was one of the biggest things. Stix talking shit while he didn't play the game for 316 days. 316 days you don't play a game, yet he made dozens of videos on it. You see the difference? And I want to talk the difference between someone like him and Tecton. Because Tecton plays the games he covers. Tecton actually wants the community to be better. This retard, and yes, I'm going to be aggressive, I don't care, I want nothing about him already, right? Doesn't. He's only there to cause drama, to feed into that and to profit from it. And there's a clear difference with someone who wants to improve the game and someone who's there just for the money, right? Just to get the clicks. A clear difference. 316 days. And you made dozens of videos. Level 32. So that's the second video I wanted to showcase, right? Second video I wanted to showcase. Pretty funny. Now, let's move into his second account. Because he calculated, do I have the video? Because in his $1,600 video,
know how I feel, right?
he says that this is the equivalent of spending $1,600 in Nikke. All right. So he admitted that Level Infinite gave him currency to pull in Nikke. Right? So let's go into the last video from our friend here, Rogue Nori. He admits that Level Infinite gives him currency to pull in Nikke, and then he mysteriously loses his account. Just say, okay, I said this on my previous video. If you are a sponsor and they give you an account with X amount of pulls, it's fine. Why do you have to lie about that? That's good.
I wonder how much hate though I'm gonna get with
That's
the video I'm gonna do on this. Because I'm gonna talk, it's gonna be completely unbiased thoughts.
Unbiased thoughts.
And it's
Biased.
gonna have absolutely nothing to do with the studio itself, just purely based off of like what I've experienced in 3.0. So I'm gonna talk about the pros, the cons, the things that I enjoyed, the things I didn't enjoy. But I wonder how many people are immediately just gonna be like, what do I think? I think the absence of a lot of the stories.
The absence of a lot of the story. You all know how I skip a story on all the games I play, right? I skip story. Hence, I don't talk about story. Every time someone asks anything about lore, I tell them, go watch Pirri because he's good at that. I don't care about the story in a gacha. I'm here for collection, right?
Very weird because I feel like I haven't really done much of the story and I've already made like so much progress through it.
Stix is saying there is an absence of a story, but let's see how he plays the game.
I wonder why you would feel absence of the story, Mr. Stix.
Zenyatta. Water, who needs it right? We're all Coke drinkers here. It was, you know, a couple months ago roughly. It's seen both positive and negatives. It's seen both good and bad.
You know? Seeing the positives, seeing the negatives. These views are so good.
Nobody said anything positive about 2.0, any 2.x.
Are you sure, Mr. Stix?
How are you liking the 2.4 underwater map update? And what is this? Mostly positive reactions? I wonder how his videos are titled though.
So,
What do we have here? How are you liking 2.4? A graph with mostly positive results. However, Mr. Stix pretends not to see it and starts reading the negative comments. Very unbiased.
I'm biased, by the way.
when did this become Blade and Soul?
Someone on his chat asked when this game became Blade and Soul.
I mean, they're both Chinese.
Tower of Fantasy and the game Blade and Soul are both Chinese. Blade and Soul is Chinese.
No way, little bro just said Blade and Soul is a Chinese game. This man mid-job is to cover MMO news, by the way.
True. Reminder that his job, previous to being a shit content creator in gachas, was being a shit content creator in MMOs. And I'm gonna go more in depth later on this. And I don't care, because at first I was like, I don't wanna be too aggressive, but then I was like, fuck him. I don't give a fuck about him or his content. His job, previous to this, was MMO Bytes. This was a website and a channel to cover MMO news. Guys, do you think if you go into any MMO subreddit and you ask what's your opinion on MMO Bytes or Stix on any gacha subreddit, what the answer is going to be? I wonder what the answer, if we actually go into any of the threads, you know, that are asking for, hey, what is your favorite gacha content creators? What is your favorite gacha content creator? You know, all of these recommendations on YouTubers. I wonder if a Stix is gonna come out there, right? I wonder.
One's character banner coming out July 18th. Just from yeah, it's coming out very soon.
Now, this is the part where we were waiting, because again, he says that he spent $1,600 on Nikke. Right?
If we're still trying to push to 3.0, then I might try to pull for her. Maybe I'll reach out to the Power Fantasy devs and be like, hey, can you top me out with like 10k cards, maybe 20k cards, and let me pull you on. That'd be great. The devs are idiots, however, and incompetent, as we've addressed on numerous streams thus far.
Maybe I'll reach out to the Power Fantasy devs and be like, hey, can you top me out with like 10k cards, maybe 20k cards.
I feel like Hota should. Hota, they actually gave me currency in Nikke.
Hota gave me actually currency in Nikke. Once again, the problem is not making a sponsored video. The problem is not making a sponsored video. Pulling for the near characters. That's not the problem. That's completely fine. Get your bread, king. Get your bread. The problem is lying about how much you're spending and making a negative video saying that, oh, I spent so much money in Nikke. No, you were sponsored by Hota. You were sponsored by Level Infinite, which is the publisher, not the developer. But that's fine, right? Because once again, your research, we've already seen how good or bad it is.
With Level Infinite, so
again,
Hota should. Hota, they actually gave me currency in Nikke.
Hota gave me actually
Level
currency
Infinite,
in
so
Nikke.
Level Infinite, the same people.
What are you even saying?
And then he's even saying that Hota is the same developer for Nikke, which...
Hota and Level Infinite, the same people. Huh? Let's do some quick research.
Some quick research.
I actually
videos are
can't
so
see
good.
anything. Oh, I see now.
So, once again, no, you didn't spend 1,600, all right? They gave you currency to spend, which is completely fine. You might be spending money on your new account, and good for you. Good for you if you are doing that, okay? That's completely fine. Glad. Now, once again, I keep doubling down on my points. You're a liar. You didn't spend money. You didn't spend 1,600 for the collaboration. You stole the tier list because you don't play the game enough to know what you're talking about and you're not crediting your sources, right? And you only doom post games that you don't play enough to understand if it's a positive or negative thing, what's going on in the community and how it can affect. All my points are still there. And those were the things that I was saying. I don't care about your other content, right? Now, let's keep going. Let's keep going. It's fine. It's fine. You mentioned on reaction that my comment section is an echo chamber. Of course, just like yours is going to be an echo chamber on the people who like you. Now, if you go outside of your videos, once again, if we go into any subreddit for MMOs or gachas, Stix, how many people will like you? How many people will agree with your content? How many people will agree with your takes? If anyone is willing to go over any gacha subreddit that he plays and actually ask, you're more than welcome. If you guys want to go over any MMO subreddit and ask any MMO subreddit, and ask about the Stix, we can see what people say, what people think about your content, right? So once again, all of the things that I said on my previous video still remain the same. You're a liar. You don't spend money. You didn't previously spend this amount of money in Nikke. You might be spending now. Which is completely fine. Your account is not 2 months old because you have the near frames, you have the anniversary frames, which you could only obtain last year on August. You cannot obtain this anymore, right? Any of these frames. So my points are still there. You only went for me because I was gatekeeping that you were a casual when that was never my intention. But all that said, if you want to go over round 3, you're more than welcome to once again react, pause every 3 seconds, yap for 3 minutes without providing anything useful, and then come back for round 3. All that said, go fuck yourself. Thank you to all my patrons for making this content possible. Love you all, bossos. See you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。